Hi, welcome to Project 88 Labs. When I started building my first drone, I thought the difficult part would be flight controller, electronics, ESC, BLDC motor, and maybe PID tuning. But after actually flying it, crashing it, repairing it, and flying again, I realized something important. A lot of drone problems happen because of small mistakes. So in this video, I want to share few of simple but very important steps that you should take care of when you are building your own DIY drone. These are not textbook tips. These are things I learned after building my own drone, flying it, and crashing it. And from my mistakes, I bring these 5 points to you. The first thing is wiring. When you are building first drone, don't leave wires hanging loose around the frame. At first, it may look okay. The drone may even fly. But once the motor starts spinning, the frame vibrates a lot. Loose wires can move around, get caught into the propellers, or rub around the frames and create vibrations. And vibrations are bad for drones because this affects drones gyro and accelerometer sensors. If the flight controller gets noisy readings, the drone may not fly smoothly. So use zip ties, tapes, heat shrink, or proper cable routing. Keep all wires tight to the frame. Not too tight that they break, but secure enough that they don't move around a lot. Small wiring cleanup can help make a big difference. The second thing I learned is that the drone should not be too close to the ground, especially if you are testing in dusty areas, grass, or uneven surfaces. The BLDC motors are open from side and top. If dust, small stones, dry grass, or dirt gets into the BLDC motor, it can damage the motor or even burn it. In my case, after a crash and rough testing, I realized that keeping the frame very low is risky. So add a drone stand, landing gear, or some simple mechanism to keep the frames and motors a little higher from the ground. It does not have to be fancy, even a small landing stand can protect your motors from the ground. This also makes taking off and landing cleaner. The third important point is BLDC motors wire routing. While in my early setup, I had put the BLDC motor in such a way that the outing of the wire was on the outside. When you mount the motor, don't keep the motor wiring exposed outside the arms. If the drone crashes into wall or any object, the outer part of the arm takes the hit first. If your motor wires are outside, they can get cut, pulled, or damaged. And if motor wires are damaged during flight, that can cause motor failure, ESC failure, or even battery damage. So try to route the motor wires inward, close to the frame and center of the arm. Keep them protected as much as possible. Use zip ties or tape to hold them in place. This is small detail, but during crash, it can save your motor, ESC, and maybe the whole drone. The fourth point sounds basic, but it's very important. Make sure all frame screws are properly tightened. When the drone flies, motor creates vibration, and a few flights screws can slowly become loose. And if one screw comes off during flight, the frame can flex, the arm can move, or the drone can become unstable. Before flying again, just do a quick screw check. Check the frame screws, motor screws, landing gear screws, and any screws used for mounting the flight controller or distribution board. For important screws, you can use thread locker. A 2-minute check before every flight can help you save your hours of repair. The fifth point is probably one of the most important safety habits. If your drone crashes, disarm immediately. Don't wait, don't try to understand what happened while the motors are still armed. When the drone crashes, one or more propeller may get stuck against the ground, grass, or any object, but the flight controller may still try to spin the motors. This can overload the ESC, and in few seconds you can burn a motor, burn an ESC, or damage the battery. So make it a habit. Crash means immediately disarm. First disarm, then go and check the drone. This is also important for safety because spinning propellers can be very dangerous to the fingers. So these are 5 important things I learned while building and flying my first DIY drone. Number 1, secure all wires properly. Number 2, keep the drone frames higher from the ground. Number 3, route the BLDC motor wires inward. Number 4, check all the screws before flying and use thread lock where needed. Number 5, if the drone crashes, disarm immediately. When you are a beginner, you may focus only on flight controllers, ESP calibration, receiver setup, or PID tuning. But small mechanical and wire mistakes can also cause big problems. So before your next flight, check these things. Your drone may survive more crashes than mine did. If you are also building your first drone, I hope the video helps you avoid some beginner mistakes. And if you have already crashed your drone, welcome to the club. That's how we learn. Thank you for watching. Like the video if this helped you, and subscribe for more DIY electronics and drone builds. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.